just spin. Make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once, so let's take. Don't miss. Pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just flown in.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
The sun is up. So run it down. Get your money up. I go run it down. On all of us. On my people now. On what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your body can just not be safe to us. We get it with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're hitting with ways that don't last too long. Don't have to take time in the diabetes. No help for the weak, but that's strong. Letting your boy for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the and my homies got me doing that they say.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Play action now with Daniels. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Ready. Cowboy. Ready.
To throw, Daniels. Snags it near the edge. And he's going to go out of bounds on a rough first down effort there. They're going to lose at least a few.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go. Start.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Short pass brought in. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Let's go. 19, Charger, 19.
Daniels is going to throw again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Okay, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. They'll run here on first down. He stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down. Offense in the hurry up here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the Cowboys' 30-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Come on. 19, 18, Mustang 19.
Third and short, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Offense is set. First and 10.
Go street. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let go.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Ready? 19, 70 line. Ready?
Another carry for him. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. He gained 11 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he's tackled for a short gain.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Ready, ready?
Daniels setting up the play action. Hits his running back. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
6 yards to go here. It's third down.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready?
From the gun, it's Daniels. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They'll throw third and long. Gets everything he has under this one. Lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the check.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Check, smash, check, smash. Viking 18. Check, 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 check. Hut, hut.
Blown back, it's the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Taken down right at
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Stephanie. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let go.
Daniels from the pistol. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Strike. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
3rd and long for him here. It's on target to Pierce. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He brings it in. He's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they're thinking points.
Come on. Set. 60 Eagles. 60.
They'll try and punch it in. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Viking 18. Ready.
They go to him again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Third and goal now from the 6 after that last play.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And he scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Now running here with Jaden Blue. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
12, 12, 12. Gun, gun.
Burrow to the air now. Absolutely fires this one right side. And a little bit of big completion, Brock, if not for that Maryland defender who knocked it away. It sets up 3rd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Here we go, here we go.
Up the middle, Blue. And this one stopped fairly close to that 1st down. Good challenge, but they face 4th down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
It's good set. Big 13. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
On the give, it's Blue. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
All set to go now from the 35.
Ready, ready. 70 tempo, rig, rig.
Drive play straight ahead. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
60 by 60.
Defense showing blitz. Daniels. He's got Quentin Johnson, complete. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
On 1, ready?
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. 180.
Now Burrow. And screen here to Blue. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right, 11 MT, 11 MT. 11.
They'll start the drive with Blue. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amounts are really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow back to throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Come on, ready?
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Gun. Stop.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he sends this one straight up, trying to stick them deep. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
At their own 37-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Play action now. Daniels. That's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. Commanders currently on top here at Northwest Stadium. New set of downs from 37.
Ready. Go.
Daniels on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the red zone on 1st. Brought in. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10.
Stop. 180. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
First down, Cowboys.
On one, ready?
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Let's get set. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
He gets the handoff. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. You just needed one more component. Get that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Stop. 180. 11 Thomas. 11, 11. Stop.
Burrow. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Here we go.
Air it out on third. That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, will separate a man from ball.
Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. And they continue to trail by 21.
You know, we get on that field in pregame, and these kickers make it look so easy. But in real action, it's a totally different animal. That was definitely on line. Just didn't quite get all of it. It's going to wind up just a few feet short.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
Let's go now. Like cooking, like cheese.
Daniels now against a blitz. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Catch made over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Offense letting the clock reach 3 seconds as they take the timeouts. And they can try a field goal now before halftime. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From 37 yards in the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
Cowboys nothing.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Fields this one at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
60 bison, 60 bison.
They send a man in motion.
Let's go.
Ooh, the wide receiver getting it to begin the drive. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
Carried by the wide receiver.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here we go. Right 80. Right back.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that means third down coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time, start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Gun.
On third down, here's Burrow. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this one is kicked up towards the clouds. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Get it. Cougar nice.
Play fake here. Daniels. Completed to his running back. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Topping that play, Trenton Simpson.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Bronco 80. 79 Broncos.
They'll work against the blitz. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Come on.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Strike. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet. It gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check, Panther.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Cougar 19. Bronco 80. Go.
Daniels setting up the play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down. But that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Ready. 70 Lions. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They give now out of the shotgun. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this 3rd down.
Get it. 19.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Fourth down in inches, just too tempting to pass up. They're going to go for it.
Ready.
Here we go with Johnson. He's not going to get to the end zone. The stop is made in time at the 2, but hey, 4 more chances coming. They've got a 1st and goal.
Kate, I don't think there was a single doubt in the build. And that was going to be an R-U-N. And not a single down in the outcome either. Great push to drive it forward and get the first.
Ready.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation.
Check smash. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Now this kick, I think I might have been able to kick that one. Not good at all. It's out of bounds.
On one, ready? Here we go, here we go.
Going with blue here. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Gun.
Throw from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He'll get 22 out of that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
First down, Dallas.
Here we go.
Burrow to the air now. And screen here to blue. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
On one, ready?
2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Here we go. Right 80.
Quick throw outside, and they might throw this again. He finds a man. That's caught. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. In a chain, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Let's get set. 11. Behind.
Running back sent in motion.
What is that? Behind.
Again, it's Burrow. Connecting on the slant. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Cowboys football as we're just really counting down the moments at this point. This game's gotten out of hand. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12. 11.
To throw again, it's Burrow. There's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
11.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Max Melton with the INT. And the Commanders will have the football shy of the 20-yard line.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
From the set.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Deputy. 18 Cardinal. 60 by 6.
To throw, Daniels. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
19 Lions.
Now Daniels to throw. Taking a deep shot here. That's grabbed inside the 30. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again.
Commanders 38, Cowboys nothing.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
On 2.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. First and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Here we go. 11 MC. 180. What is that? Stop.
On first down, here's Burrow. And the Commanders rush brings him down. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Tommy. Stop.
Give on second here to Blue. And fine ahead for a few. It's third down.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down.
11, Tom. Here we go. Stop.
Third and long for him here. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. They connect on the deep shot. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Hits his running back. And he'll go down here at the 16.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Seventh play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3.
Gun. Stop.
Burrow back to throw. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Hey, we're good.
Working quickly here.
12. Stop.
Now Blue. offense stayed out there on fourth, but now they're headed off after they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
They'll run here on first down. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back-to-back carries here. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders on their way to their 3rd win of the year.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to...
Ready up!
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Daniels now. Headed out right. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Hey, check that, check that. Ready. 7, 3, 3. Go!
Another carry for him. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Take off.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Get it. Panthers. Ready.
The give here on 2nd. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Come on, go check, go Bronco 80. Ready,
They give it to him again. And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Cowboy 80.
Back to the well again. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 26.
So score this as a win for the Commanders. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for my partner Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from D.C.